What's the most expensive car Koenigsegg ever built that money can buy? 9 out of 10 people would bet on the Jesko Absolut starting at $3 million with its 330 miles per hour target speed, or the Regera at $2.3 million with its revolutionary direct-drive hybrid system. But that's cute until you discover what's next. Another camp insists it's the Agera RS breaking world records at $2.5 million, or the CCXR Trevita with diamond weave carbon fiber priced at $4.8 million. That's child's play compared to what's lurking at the top. Even the limited 1:1 megacar producing 1 horsepower per kilogram at $2.8 million fades into the background next to the actual most expensive Koenigsegg creation. At the top position, this Koenigsegg costs so much that its price tag makes every other Swedish masterpiece look like a bargain, redefining Koenigsegg luxury completely. Now let's break it down, starting from how Koenigsegg turned from a small Swedish dream into one of the world's most exclusive hypercar brands. Founded by Christian von Koenigsegg in 1994, the company was built on one principle: no limits. Every model pushed engineering, aerodynamics, and design beyond what anyone thought possible. The Agera RS, for instance, wasn't just a car, it was a world record machine. In 2017, it became the fastest production car on Earth, averaging 277.9 miles per hour across a public road in Nevada. Only 25 units were ever made, each customized to the owner's exact request, and some sold for up to $4 million after production ended. Then came the Jesko, named after Christian's father. The Jesko wasn't just fast, it was designed for absolute dominance. With a 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8, it produces 1,600 horsepower on E85 fuel and uses a revolutionary light-speed transmission, capable of shifting gears in virtually zero time. Price? Around $3.4 million, and every unit sold out almost instantly. But even that wasn't enough. Koenigsegg decided to push the boundary one more time, blending luxury, performance, and exclusivity into something never seen before. That's when the Koenigsegg CC850 arrived, built to celebrate the brand's 20th anniversary and Christian's 50th birthday. It combined old-school driving emotion with modern engineering genius. Only 50 units were produced, each costing nearly $3.6 million, making it one of the most collectible Koenigseggs ever made. But the crown jewel? That goes to the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut Final Edition, valued at a jaw-dropping $4.8 million, making it the most expensive Koenigsegg ever built. What makes it worth that much? It's built with the sole purpose of breaking the 300 miles per hour barrier, officially. With a drag coefficient of just 0.278, a re-engineered rear end for stability, and advanced carbon fiber construction, it's the car that Koenigsegg claims will never be beaten in straight-line speed. Each piece of the Absolut is hand-built, the interior lined with Alcantara, titanium accents, and a steering system that feels like a fighter jet. And the most fascinating part? Every Jesko Absolut owner works directly with Christian von Koenigsegg himself to personalize their car, making each one unique. So while the Agera RS broke the records, and the Regera redefined hybrid luxury, it's the Jesko Absolut that now stands as Koenigsegg's most expensive and most extreme creation ever. It's not just a hypercar, it's the final evolution of speed itself. Because when Koenigsegg says, "This is the end of top speed," you know, they've already reached the limit of what's possible. But here's the thing, when Koenigsegg says they've reached the limit, you know they're already planning to break it again. Because history has shown that every time they say, "This is it," something even crazier is already under development behind closed doors. Inside their secret Swedish facility, prototypes are constantly being built, tested, and torn apart. There are whispers about hybrid hypercars that will blend Jesko-level speed with Regera-style efficiency. And even talk of next-generation electric Koenigseggs that could take on Rimac and Tesla at their own game, without sacrificing that brutal combustion roar. Christian von Koenigsegg once said, "We don't chase speed. We create technology that happens to be fast." And that's the truth. What makes Koenigsegg special isn't just horsepower or records, it's their obsession with engineering perfection. While other brands build for prestige, Koenigsegg builds for progress. Their factory is filled with custom-built 3D printers, carbon autoclaves, and robotic assembly units, all designed in-house. Even the nuts and bolts in their cars are made from titanium and laser-etched with serial numbers. That's how deep their attention to detail runs. And because of that, Koenigsegg's cars are not just expensive, they're works of art. Every line, every curve, every screw exists for a reason. Think about it, while other carmakers produce thousands of cars a year, Koenigsegg builds fewer than 50. Each one is handcrafted by a small team of artisans who treat every car like a one-of-one. So when someone pays $4.8 million for a Jesko Absolut, they're not buying a vehicle, they're buying a legacy, something that carries decades of obsession and impossible standards. And if you really think about it, that's what separates Koenigsegg from everyone else. Bugatti has heritage. Pagani has art. McLaren has racing. But Koenigsegg? Koenigsegg has fearless innovation. They've built a brand that doesn't just compete, it creates new categories. And that's why even after the Jesko Absolut, collectors are still begging to be on the waiting list for whatever comes next. Rumor has it that the next Koenigsegg project, codenamed Gemera R, will take hybrid tech to an entirely new level, blending four-seater practicality with supercar insanity. And if that's true, it could end up being the first family car that can outrun a jet. So yeah, when Koenigsegg says they've reached the limit, what they really mean is, you haven't seen anything yet. Because from a small workshop in Sweden to breaking the 300 miles per hour dream, Koenigsegg isn't just building cars anymore, they're building history. And that's why the Jesko Absolut, the most expensive Koenigsegg ever built, isn't the end of the story. It's just the beginning of something even more unbelievable.